finger chicken, finger licking, finger picking good. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I've had so many requests for some finger picking. Some of you guys have been watching me over on Instagram doing reels and there's finger picking and you're like, why don't you do a lesson on this stuff? Well, okay, so I'm gonna just pick one chord, this C7, and as you can see, I'm just moving it around. That's what we call a 1-4-5. It's kind of, you can use it in blues or a bit of bluegrass or whatever that takes your fancy, really, okay? And I can also show you kind of a simplified version to start off with, so because it can be a bit scary moving these fingers around and stuff, okay? But I'll show you a super simple way of learning it. And then we could actually move some chords around in the same position. So like using open chords as well. Okay, and it's really not that complicated, but sounds really cool. I think you'll agree. So without further ado, let's go in and have a closer look. So let's start with our chord in hand. All I'm doing, I'm playing a C7. So it's a normal C chord, except tucked underneath here, I've got my pinky on the 3rd string. Okay? So that's what we're going to focus on. And all you're going to do is move that chord, and I'm watching the 3rd finger, whatever fret the 3rd finger's in, and that's going to go from the normal position, what we call open position here, and that's going to move up to 8. Okay, that's going to be F or F7 now, if you like. And then the other position is going to be G, which is the 10th fret. Okay, so I'm looking at my 3rd finger. That's where the 10th fret is. So open position, F, which is the 8th position, G, which is the 10th position. Okay, that's all you need to know. Now, before we start changing around, before we start moving this bass note, let's focus on what this hand is doing. Okay, so I'm first going to show you a basic pattern. Until you get used to it, right? And you can use that forever and ever, and it's just going to sound cool. You can use it different chords. Now, it's kind of taken, there was such a thing called Travis picking, taken from the guitar player Merle Travis. And what that consists of is plucking the 2nd string, which is B, and plucking the 5th string, which is A. Okay, and we're going to call that outside. And it's because it's the outside strings for what we're going to do, okay? So that's going to be outside, so 2 and 5. And you want to play them together. And I don't know if you know much about picking, well, probably not, because that's why you're here. You want to put the thumb, I mean, there's different ways of approaching this. There's like the classical way, but I'm kind of more like country style, right? So you always want to put the thumb in front of the fingers. Okay, you don't want to have the fingers in front of the thumb and be picking out like this. That's just not going to work very well. So you want to push the thumb and just rest it on the side. You don't want the thumb bent like this. I see a lot of people trying to do that. Just rest the thumb on the string, okay? And then you can see I'm using my 2nd finger. Doesn't really matter what fingers you use. I don't really want to get into that. It's just whatever's comfortable. So I'm plucking 2 and 5. That's going to be called outside or pluck. Okay, I'm just 2 and 5 together. Then I want to play inside, so the strings are inside the 2 and the 5. So I'm going to play the 4 and the 3. So it's 2 and 5 together, then 4 and 3, which is D and G. Okay, so that's pluck, which is outside, outside, inside. So the 2 inside strings, pluck, inside. So just practice that for a second, right? So pluck, inside, and you can see me using my thumb and my 1st finger on the G, like so, okay? pluck, inside, pluck, inside, pluck, inside, pluck, inside, pluck, inside. Okay, so there's your first little exercise. Now we just want to add to that, pluck, inside, outside. So the outside strings, remember I told you were 2 and 5, pluck, inside, outside. So I'm doing 2 and 5, but I'm doing them in a different order. So I'm going 5 and 2. Okay, so pluck, inside, which is 4, 3, 5, 2, which is outside, and then we're going to go inside and just pluck that 4 again. Let me do that really slowly for you, okay? So follow here. This hand hasn't moved, by the way. It's just playing the same chord. So pluck, 2 and 5, 4, 3, 5, 2, 4. Pluck, inside, outside, in. 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 Now, sounds kind of silly saying it out loud, but anytime you externalize anything, it becomes real and it really helps you kind of connect the fingers to what you're doing in your brain. Okay, we don't want to internalize it, we don't want to be thinking it, we want to be doing it. So say it out loud, okay? Pluck, inside, outside, inside. And one more time is 2 and 5 together. 4, 3, 5, 2, 4. And what we do with Travis picking, we put a 3 on the end, but I'm not going to complicate it like that. So we'll just go pluck, 4, 3, 5, 2, 4. 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 So you can try moving this hand then. So once you've got a round, that's 1. That's 2, then move it, remember, up to the 8th. Do it again, and back. Twice. Now up to 10. 8. And back to the normal open position. Okay, if I do that a bit quicker. 8, open. So hopefully you've got that. You might need to go away and practice it and come back to the video. That's okay, that's cool. Now I'm going to show you this alternative bass note, okay? So what all we're doing, we're playing that C7. I'm moving my finger over for 1. And that's it, and it just starts again. So I'm going pluck, 4, 3, moving my 3rd finger over to the 3rd fret on the bottom E string, and playing that note there. So just practice that. Pluck, 4, 3, move, and then I'm playing the B string, the 2nd string, 2. Pluck, 4, 3, 2, and then 4. Okay, so you could try that. My finger's just there. Sorry. Slowly. Pluck, 2 and 5 together. 4, 3. Move the 3rd finger over. So that's going to be 6, 2, and then 4. And then the whole thing starts again, okay? And by the way, you just heard me playing a normal C. You can do a normal C as well. C7 just makes it sound more bluesy. Okay, and again, you can just move that up to 8 and back. Now, don't think you have to go this fast, you don't. You can go really slowly. Okay. Now, if you want to use the same technique, forget the alternative bass for a second. All we're going to do that pluck, inside, outside, in. Now I'm just playing normal C, okay? Pluck, inside, outside, in. Pluck, inside, outside, in. Okay, now if we want to move to an F, I've just moved over to an F chord, okay? Really simple. And what I've done, instead of plucking 5 and 2 together, now I'm plucking 1 and 4 together. So this hand has come over one string. I'm doing the same pattern, pluck, inside, outside, in, but I'm just doing it on different strings. So I'm doing it on the 1st and the 4th string, pluck, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, pluck, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, pluck, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3. You can move that. Movable, right? Just like the others. And you can use the same technique moving the thumb as well. Okay? And, you know, if you were playing kind of a turnaround, so if you want to do it all down here, C, F, you could do G. Now G, now because the root is on the bottom E string, I'm plucking 1 and 6, okay? And the rest is the same, so it's 1 and 6, pluck together, 4, 3, 6, 1, 4, and then starts again, pluck, which is 1 and 6, 4, 3, 6, 1, 4, pluck, 4, 3, 6, 1, 4. So just practice those individually. And then start adding the finger. Now, you're probably wondering, there's no finger to add on the G, but what you can do, alternatively, you can pluck the the A string, okay? Okay, so you can do that when you get more advanced. Don't worry about it if you're still practicing. It will all come clear. If you've got this for the simple chords, and when it comes to the G, you can kind of make up your own picking technique. Okay, and that's based on, you know, this guy called Mill Travis, and he did this. You can check him out, he's a crazy player. So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this week's lesson. Please don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you'd like to receive my weekly updates. And please don't forget, I don't get paid for a lot of these lessons due to copyright. However, I have set up a PayPal donation button over on my website. Any loose change you have is massively appreciated. Everyone that's already sent me a donation, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And don't forget, I've also got some t-shirts for sale over on my website as well. I make a small percentage, and now YouTube have got this cool thing down below called Super Thanks. Click on that, check it out. If you have any requests, hit me up over on Instagram. I'll do my very best to reply to you, and I'll see you again the same time next week.